Um, so listen, I don't know what to say. These poor people got shipwrecked, it looks like. The journey that Cubans take to leave Cuba, you have to understand, obviously, their level of desperation. And my heart really does feel it for them. And this trip, unfortunately, turns out was not a good trip at all. So, what we know has happened is that there were a number of Cubans on a vessel. And unfortunately, they ran into some issues and basically it was shipwrecked. They said the first article we had is that numerous ones of them were feared dead. There was 10 migrants out to sea, and they said that they were attacked by sharks. We have, photos of them um, dehydrated and really just looking depleted and, in the worst of conditions. And they've said, listen, the first reports were that multiple people may have actually perished. Now, we think our government needs to be a little bit quicker with trying to repatriate them back home, send them back home, all this kind of stuff. But nobody wishes for anyone to lose their life when they're really just trying to find a better place to live, a better opportunities and so on. So here's some of them being rescued by the Coast Guard. So I do want to take my hats off to the Cayman Islands Coast Guard and thank them for their rescue efforts. I believe that they would have been working in conjunction with the RCIPS to rescue these individuals. Now, I do have someone who sent me some stuff about the Coast Guard that was not flattering. And what I will do is I will print that information anonymously as an editorial piece, because they had quite a bit to say. That they're like, Sandy, don't make them people fool you. They're not doing the best job. But you know what? In the circumstances, I'm just happy that they were able to recover some of these individuals. And by way of an update, the RCIPS has indicated that, they have now stood down the mission. So, in other words, there are no more rescue efforts that will be undertaken. If souls have been lost, then that's pretty much it. It's an unfortunate situation, to say the least. Ay, ay, ay. So, a number of Cuban nationals have been reaching out to us, asking for our assistance and, asking for us to help them. And all I can say is, I don't know what we can do. Now, what they would like to know, and I think this is a fair question, is they're trying to ascertain which of their family members, which of their, fathers, uncles, these men, or someone to someone, who actually made it out alive. So we know that some people, unfortunately, did not make it. I don't know if we have an exact fix on the numbers as yet. And so people are reaching out saying, Miss, please tell us who. So here's a recommendation that I'm going to make, because I know that there's a specific protocol that normally is undertaken when it comes to Cuban migrants. They go through a certain processing with CBC, right? And of course, CBC doesn't provide us with any information, to be able to pass it along, really. But I think that maybe at this time, it would be worth having some sort of I don't know if they want to do it as a press conference or how they want to deliver the information with the actual migrants that were recovered, if they're up for it. So give them the option. I mean, it's up to them, I suppose, if they want to go on camera, but at least to be able to tell their loved ones in their own words that they are safe and what happened. Again, in other jurisdictions, we've even seen this in Honduras, for example, when migrants come aboard, even as they are being processed by the respective agencies, media has access to them. And media can interview them and say, hey, what is your name? Where are you from in Cuba? You want to say a message to your family. You want to talk to your family. Tell us, what is the situation? So I have a lady right now I'm gonna try to tell her buenos dias. Uh, See if she can llámame. Y'all gotta excuse my Spanish. Llámame el número de teléfono. Teléfono. And then we're gonna give her the show number to call in if she'd like to. And then, like I said, I might need to have somebody. I know I'm spelling teléfono wrong. Teléfono. Yeah. Okay. So she has sent a picture. And she has said in Spanish, let me see if I can translate this. She said, Hola, buenas noches. This was last night. Soy la familiar de uno de los naufragos in Cayman Brac. So basically, she says, hello, good night. I am a family member of one of the, I don't know what naufragos is, but I guess we know, one of the guys basically in Cayman Brac. Okay, so then she goes on to say, me dijeron en una publicación que hice de mi tío y les gustaría charlar conmigo, por favor. So basically, that I think she's saying that she saw in her newspaper something, and then her uncle, and basically she wants to know, please, what is shalar? I don't know what verb that is. And then she says, él es mi tío que iba en esa embarcación que naufragó. I don't know, what is naufrago? All right, so some of y'all who speak Espanol, help me out with that specific term. But she's sent a photo now of her uncle and what he looks like. So she's saying that basically she is trying to find any information on her uncle. And so we don't know if he is one of the individuals who is recovered or not. So let me see now. Let me see. I don't really see. I was trying to see if there's a way to call her through Messenger, because they always add these little features. I don't see an option to call her. But if she can come on and tell us a little bit more about her uncle, I guess we can do our best to see if we can find him. This is his photo, and this is what he looks like. So I don't know if anyone in Cayman Brac might have seen the individuals. Oh, thank you, Inspiring. So Inspiring says, naufragos is shipwrecked, and shalad is to talk. So, okay, thank you very much. So her uncle, they're looking for him. She wishes to speak to you. Thank you, Marco. So, this is very, very unfortunate. We don't know exactly how many people. I think it's fair to say that unfortunately there have been some loss of life at sea, and I don't know if her uncle is one of those individuals or not. So if you know anything that can be of assistance, I do think that the government should at the very least try to provide some sort of information to the general public, so that these Cuban nationals can know whether or not their loved ones have been. Let me see if I can call her. Whether or not they have been, whether or not they perished or not. I mean, people want to know. All right. So someone says, this is a diplomatic. She said, good morning, Sandy. This is a diplomatic situation. It is not appropriate to try to assist, no matter how heartbreaking it is. Your disclosing this information can put us in a bad situation if the political asylum is refused. I don't understand what this has to do with political asylum, but okay. There are diplomatic ways it needs to be done. Hmm. So, diplomatic ways it needs to be done. I'm not understanding what the diplomatic issue would be. They're either dead or alive. I mean, that's all this woman wants to know. Is her uncle dead or alive? How's that going to impact a political asylum situation? I have no idea. I'm not a diplomat and I'm not here to say that, but I mean, can we not at least let them know if their family member is dead or alive? Rough C says half of them don't carry ID for a reason. So when they give a name, it'll be a whole new identity. Well, we are aware, Rough Seas, and we've talked about this before, and this I think is very, very problematic. But we are aware that, in fact, sometimes it takes the authorities here some time to identify who they are because of the fact that they don't travel with any identification. And so, that's unfortunate. And I think Rough Seas, it's probably, as you rightfully said, maybe strategically done because some of these people may have a past and may have records and all sorts of stuff that they don't necessarily want people to know because it would be quite easy to put maybe they don't even have passports. I mean, we got to really give them the benefit of the doubt. If they've never traveled anywhere before, they probably don't even have a passport. But you think that they would have some sort of national ID. So Ms. Brenda says, I'm sure that this will be done government to government. That's the protocol and legal protocol. That's a proper and legal protocol. Let them deal with it. Well, I don't know how long that's going to take, but I'm just letting y'all know that several of the family members are reaching out, trying to get some information on what has happened to their loved ones. And so, it's unfortunate that nothing can be forthcoming. Why is it that Cayman is the only place in the world that can have such strict diplomatic rules? Even in the US, even in Jamaica, we see people come on board, they're shipwrecked, whatever. It's so funny because we saw them release a photo of all of the Haitians the other day that were there. Sometimes, like I said, in Honduras, they allow media to interview them. They can talk to media and they can say, hey, this is what happened. This is our story. I mean, I don't see why that would interfere with anything diplomatic. Like, I'm just not quite understanding. If governments have to go through the protocol, then that's fine. But in the meantime, families are left wondering exactly what has happened. Are you saying that because of diplomacy, these people don't have a right to talk to media or to share their story of what happened? Okay. Well, we'll see how long this is going to take. And in the meantime, I'm not really in a position to provide any assistance because I don't know. We were the first to get the information in terms of media, and we did put it up because Cayman Brackers essentially told us what was going on. And, it's just a very, very heartbreaking situation. Thank you, Ingrid, for being willing to assist with translation. Inspiring says that they're human rights above diplomacy. Rena is saying, have you read the agreement between us and Cuba and how these things are handled? I haven't, but I do know that Mr. Franz Manderson, Deputy Governor, has shared with us before, and I think as well as Mr. Charles Clifford over at CBC, some of the protocols involved here. So Damien says maybe it's because money will be sent to Cayman to certain Cayman Cubans and create human trafficking. Maybe because money will be sent to Cayman to certain Cayman Cubans and create human trafficking? You mean if we know who's shipwrecked? I'm not really sure. Listen, I've always said this last bunch that have come in, I have suspected for some time that human trafficking has been involved. All right, so we've got this young lady on the phone. So let's see if she speaks any English. I don't know. Let's see if we can get her. Let's see. All right. So she's messaging us now. Ingrid, we might have to call you to translate, my dear. All right. Let's see what we can do. Good morning, call. Oh, okay. All right. So she's giving us her WhatsApp number. Hold on. 324. All right. So we're going to have her call us. 936-2626. Es mejor. All right, we're gonna get this young lady on the phone. Ingrid, I'm gonna call you in the other line. Let me pull up my little translator here and we'll see. Okay. All right, so let me see here. Okay, good. Who is this calling me? Good morning, caller. Are you trying to get on the program today? Hello, are you trying to get on the show? Oh, hi. I'm actually on air at the moment. Yes. Yes, after 10:30 is fine. Thank you. All righty. All right. So she's saying that este messenger no me deja abrir video camera. So she says that this is messenger, but she can't open like her video camera. And so I'm gonna say no problema. WhatsApp call. WhatsApp call is fine. Okay. Llamada de WhatsApp. All right. So let's just give us. Okay. She said ya le envió el mensaje. Okay. So she's gonna message us there. All right. So thank you very much. All right. A mess. All right, so let's see what we can do. And then this morning, after this segment, I do want to talk about this situation with this house, this entire apartment complex that has been condemned. I'm trying to work my brain around this because this is quite an unbelievable story. All right, let's see if Ingrid is available.
Morning, sir.
Hi, Ingrid. Morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Blessings.
I'm good, darling. I'm just trying to get this young lady on the other line here. Are you able to assist with translating now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So let me see. I'm just waiting on her to message. She says, okay. So let's just give her a few minutes to add the call, and then we can see. Trying to see if I can message her. I wish there was a way. WhatsApp has to oh, hold on. Let me see if this is it. Hola. I was gonna say WhatsApp needs to get with the program now, where shouldn't have to add a person. But I think I'm actually messaging her. Hold on. All right. All right, so we okay, so she says hola. All right, so let's see now. Oh, that's the wrong line. Un momento. I actually want to message her from the show number. Ajá, aquí. El número para. I never know when to use por or para. Por.
For.
Yeah, I know they both mean the same thing, but you use them different times, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I gotta. Okay, so número para el espectáculo. See?
The number for the spectacular, but
For the show. How do you say show?
For the show, that's what she wants to say. That's what she wants to say. The number for the show, for your show.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm messaging you from the show number so we can. Okay. All right. Okay.
You want to text her in Spanish? I can help you with that.
No. I'm using the translator anyway. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the other bit. All right, so we're gonna just get her. I think she's just checking her messages. Okay, here we go. Yeah. All right. Can you hear her? Can you hear the phone ringing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Hola, buenos días.
Hola, buenos días. Ingrid, jump in.
No, español.
Buenos días.
Yes.
Buenos días. Mi nombre es Ingrid y estoy aquí para asistirte.
Mi nombre es Giliay y soy familiar de uno de los náufragos desaparecidos y estamos buscando noticias. No sabemos nada de ellos.
Okay.
Bueno, vamos a hacerle despacio para que la señora Sandra pueda entender cuando yo le transfiera en inglés, ¿ok?
Sí.
¿Estamos?
Ok.
Ok, repíteme tu nombre, por favor.
Mi nombre es Giliay Valdés Rómeda. Soy familiar de un...
Giliay Valdés Rómeda. I'm one of the...
Y soy familiar
I'm one
de
of the,
Fredenio Valdés Pereira.
I'm one of the drift away person, Elio Valdés Pereira.
Fredenio.
She's family to one of them.
Yeah, that's her uncle.
Ajá.
El tío.
Él es uno de los desaparecidos del naufragio, mi tío.
Okay, that's her uncle.
Y me gustaría saber si hay alguna noticia sobre ellos.
I'd like to know if there are any news or anyone knows about him.
So, can you explain to her that the government, which it's with them really, but they've not made any sort of official statement about who the individuals are, and that there's a process of like an intake process that they have to go through to figure out who it is, because of course a lot of them don't travel with identification.
Desafortunadamente el gobierno no ha tenido aún noticias de ellos porque el desfortunio que ha pasado ellos no viajaron con ninguna clase de identificación como pasaporte. Entonces el gobierno sí está haciendo... ¿Cómo?
Exacto, no tenían pasaporte.
Exactly, they didn't have no passport.
I know.
Están trabajando arduamente para buscarles una solución pronta.
Mhm. And tell her that we are very sorry. You know, the people of the Cayman Islands are very, very sorry that this has happened and that it appears that some lives have been lost.
La comunidad entera de Islas Caimán sentimos mucho su pérdida. Estamos conscientes de que se han perdido varias vidas y lo sentimos mucho toda la comunidad caimanera.
Mhm. But tell her until she knows for sure that, you know, maybe she should just remain positive. There's hope until she knows something for sure.
Le pedimos de corazón que se mantengan positivos, porque honestamente están trabajando bastante para tratar de buscarles la mejor solución.
Mhm.
Manténganse positivos, no pierdan la fe.
Mhm.
Gracias.
Sabemos por lo que están
El
pasando.
otro,
Sí,
el
dígame,
otro de los
señora.
desaparecidos se llama Clayber Barrero.
The other one that is
Mhm.
disappeared as well is Clayver Barrero.
Mhm. Can she tell us
That's his
exactly
name.
what day did they leave Cuba and where did they leave from?
¿Sabrías exactamente qué día partieron de Cuba y de dónde, en qué dirección?
A ver,
¿Tendrías
ellos
noción
partieron
del
por las
tiempo?
costas del sur de Ciego de Ávila, o sea, por Júcaro.
Okay, they left
No te-
from the south part of Cuba.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a spot named Júcaro,
Mhm. And what day was
the
that?
south part. ¿Qué día fue? ¿Tienes noción?
A ver,
sido
debe haber
el
sido
21 o 22.
debe haber sido sobre el domingo antes pasado
Okay, ¿qué fecha?
y
más
el
o menos?
martes,
El 20
Uh-huh.
Tuesday,
21, 22.
Tuesday the 21st.
The
del
21st.
25 al 26.
From the
25,
25th
25th, and 26th.
25th to the 26th, yes.
Okay. So tell her now I'm going to read what the Coast Guard has said. As of yesterday, this is what we know.
La señora Sandy va a leer lo que los guardacostas han dicho ayer.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, so 2 days ago, they said that they were resuming efforts to locate 2 missing Cubans.
Hacen 2 días están resumiendo la búsqueda de los cubanos desaparecidos.
So they conducted the search and rescue efforts, resuming in Cayman Brac.
Han conducido la búsqueda por los lados de Cayman Brac.
Mhm. And they were told that there were still 2 Cubans believed to be missing.
Y les han comunicado que aún quedan 2 cubanos que siguen desaparecidos.
So
Sí, son ellos dos.
the local search and rescue team focused their effort on a 30-mile radius.
El equipo de rescate están haciendo su mayor esfuerzo y están vigilantes para encontrarlos lo más pronto posible. I
Mhm.
extend, Sandy, so you
So
can understand.
yes, so they rescued 8 of the 10 individuals.
Han rescatado a 8 de los 10 pasajeros.
Mhm. And so then yesterday evening, 1 day ago, they said the search and rescue efforts had been suspended for the evening. And now they have said that after 4 days spent searching for the 2 Cuban nationals reported missing from Saturday, they've suspended all search efforts.
En la tarde de ayer han suspendido las búsquedas hasta nueva orden, pero eso no significa de que no van a seguir buscando. ¿Sí me entiende?
Sí, la entiendo.
Mhm.
Sí, señora.
So, unfortunately, if the numbers are correct, and I'm assuming, this information is directly from the Coast Guard, if they have,
Desafortunadamente, si los números son correctos, eso indica
Sí.
los guardacosta.
Mhm. So, they've, obviously talked to the men that were rescued, and they told
Han
them,
hablado con la persona que fue rescatada.
yeah, they told them there were 10 persons aboard
Le
and
han
only
dicho que
8.
eran 10 personas a bordo y solamente encontraron 8.
Mhm. So, we don't have any names or information of the
No
8.
tenemos nombre ni interrogación de los 8 que han sido rescatados.
Mhm. But hopefully, as soon as they're initially processed, the government here in Cayman will allow them to contact family.
En cualquier momento, el gobierno de aquí de Gran Caimán, si logran hablar con ellos y dar sus nombres,
Okay.
Mhm.
les van a permitir que se comuniquen con sus familiares.
Yes, that is the protocol.
Ese es el protocolo.
Okay.
See?
Okay, muchas gracias.
Yes, and just let her know that I'm sure that they're aware of because of this situation and this particular voyage, that they're aware of the necessity to maybe expedite it as much as they can, but they still have to follow identification and processing protocols.
Están seguros, el gobierno de aquí está muy seguro de que apenas consigan la forma de que los náufragos puedan comunicarse con sus personas y sus familiares, entonces seguirán el protocolo correcto para así poderlos repatriar a su país, sanos y salvos.
Mhm. And she's for sure that they would have been in this boat, because I know obviously one of her listeners is saying, boats are leaving every day. Just ask her again the exact area that they left from, because somebody else who works closely with the Coast Guard is also wondering.
Ok, ¿estás segura de que esas 2 personas que están desaparecidas estaban en esta embarcación? Y por favor,
Sí, totalmente segura.
Sí, she's totally sure that those 2 people was there.
They were on that
Por
boat.
favor, there was on that boat,
Yes.
Repítenos, por favor, la ruta, si tienes la ruta correcta de su partida de Cuba hacia este destino.
A ver, ellos salieron por aquí, por la costa sur, por Júcaro, en la embarcación rústica, y creo que iban destino Nicaragua, Honduras, México, no sé, ese era su destino.
The route was supposed to be Honduras or Mexico or Nicaragua. So they wasn't definitely coming this way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They was aiming basically for Honduras, Mexico, or Nicaragua.
Yes. Wow. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll wait and, tell her, obviously she reached out through Cayman Mall Road Facebook page. If we hear of any official updates or anything that could be useful to her and her family, we will post it.
Señora, le reiteramos nuestras más sentidas condolencias de las vidas perdidas y siéntase tranquila un poco y puede comunicarse al foro de Cayman Mall Road, y en cualquier momento de que el gobierno de aquí reciba alguna noticia, se los haremos saber El gobierno se lo hará saber, Cayman Malrood se lo hará saber, estarán en plena comunicación con ustedes. ¿Ok?
Ok, ok.
Okay.
Y por las vidas perdidas en nombre de Cayman Islands, les damos nuestras más sentidas condolencias y oramos en Dios de que esas dos personas que aún no han aparecido, tendremos fe en Dios de que esas dos personas familiares suyos puedan volver a aparecer y puedan volverse a reunir con ustedes. Lo sentimos mucho.
Gracias.
Okay. Also, let her know that I will reach out to CBC, Cayman Border Control, and find out if there's a formal like contact number. In the past, they said no, but I'll reach out again and find out if there's a formal email or contact number for these, for her and her family to inquire.
La señora Sandy le comunica de que ella personalmente regresará al gobierno, ¿sí? Para tratar de comunicarse, tratar de conseguir números telefónicos o cualquier medio de comunicación. Claro que se le ha hecho difícil porque muchas veces no lo dan, pero ella se tomará la tarea de tratar de conseguir, hacer la forma de conseguir cualquier número telefónico o forma de comunicación para la tranquilidad de ustedes, básicamente. Y ella se lo comunicará, ella se lo estará comunicando. Así que, por favor, mantenga su número abierto. Para esta ocasión, sí, mantenga su número abierto. Sabemos que la situación en Cuba es difícil, pero ella, la señora Sandra, ella está en la tarea y junto con el gobierno de CBC de Cayman, ¿ok?
Ok. Mil gracias a ustedes, que Dios los bendiga.
Thank you.
Amén, y a usted también, mantenga la tranquilidad, confía en Dios que todo pasará.
Ok.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Gracias por comunicarse.
Gracias, igual a ustedes.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
Gracias. It's a difficult situation. Ingrid, thank you so much, my darling. Your translation services were impeccable, I must say.
Thank you.
And appreciate you be willing to step forward to assist us as well. It's a very difficult situation. We have to understand, like, you know, if any of us were in her shoes, of course we'd understand why she's upset.
Yes, ma'am, that's
yeah.
right. And I very feel for these people is human, and they go out of their way to find a better living. And a lot of people don't understand their situation, what I do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ingrid, darling.
So sorry for them. Yes, ma'am, anytime.
I appreciate you.
You're welcome. Yes, ma'am, you're welcome.
All right, dear.
Bye-bye.
All right, folks. So, you know, not much that what we read from her is, or read to her is what officially has been provided. But I don't know how much of that information she had access to. So at least it sounds like she probably didn't have a whole lot of information. So at least that gives her some indication that from the looks of it, it's 2 lives that have been lost at sea.